You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Assata Shakur, born Joanne Chesimard, has died in Havana, Cuba at the age of 78. Her death was confirmed by Cuban officials, who said she passed away on September 25, 2025, due to health complications and advanced age. For decades, Shakur was one of the most infamous fugitives connected to U.S. history, remembered both as a convicted cop killer and as a revolutionary figure in Black liberation movements. Her story is one that has been retold for generations. In 1973, a shootout took place on the New Jersey Turnpike, leaving State Trooper Werner Forster dead. Shakur, who was a member of the Black Liberation Army, was wounded during the gunfire and later arrested. By 1977, she was convicted of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and other charges, and she was sentenced to life in prison. Forster's death left behind a grieving wife and a young child, a pain that the New Jersey State Police community has carried ever since. But Shakur's time behind bars was short-lived. In 1979, she managed to escape from prison, helped by armed associates, and vanished underground. By 1984, she surfaced in Cuba, where Fidel Castro granted her political asylum. From that point forward, she lived openly in Havana, writing books, speaking out against U.S. policies, and remaining beyond the reach of American law enforcement. The FBI added her to its most wanted terrorists list in 2013, making her the first woman ever to appear there, and a reward of up to $2 million was offered for her capture. Her life in Cuba was marked by both defiance and symbolism. To her supporters, she was considered a revolutionary icon who stood against racial injustice and government oppression. To her critics, she was an unrepentant criminal who escaped justice. She was also connected to pop culture history. She was the godmother and step-aunt of rapper Tupac Shakur, a tie that drew further public attention to her story. Reactions to her death have reflected that divide. New Jersey officials, including Governor Phil Murphy and state police leaders, expressed deep disappointment that she died without facing full accountability for Trooper Forster's murder. They emphasized that the trooper's family continues to carry the loss, while Shakur was able to live her final years in peace abroad. U.S. officials also criticized Cuba for shielding her, pointing to her case as evidence that the island provided safe haven to fugitives and domestic terrorists. Meanwhile, some activists and organizations have long held her up as a symbol of resistance. Groups like Black Lives Matter once referenced her exile in Cuba as an example of solidarity with oppressed peoples of African descent. Her story has remained at the center of debates about race, justice, and political violence in America. Now, with her passing in Havana, Assata Shakur's long chapter as a fugitive has come to an end. But her name will likely continue to be invoked by those who honor her as a revolutionary, and by those who condemn her as a convicted killer who never returned to face justice. Stay subscribed for more videos.